After the game, we were all in shock. The players were in shock. Argentina got to Qatar without conceding many goals, and suddenly we conceded 2 against, the Saudis.
This is one of the greatest World Cup shocks in history. For those fans in the white and blue of Argentina, total disbelief.
It put a huge dampener, I would expect, in Argentinian hopes, having gone into the tournament so confident and then to lose against one of the weakest nations in the tournament.
It meant to be easy, meant to be like just carry on what we were doing. It was the hardest night of my life after that. I couldn't sleep. I was afraid of getting knocked out in my first World Cup. I was afraid of why it's happening.
I think we all needed feet on the ground, lads, this is the World Cup, anything can happen.
Then I saw Leo coming out and speaking to every single broadcaster.
Stop everywhere.
Repeating the same sentence. Stick with us.
We're better than this.
We're not gonna let you down. Stick with us.
We're better than this.
We're not gonna let you down. Stick with us.
We're better than this.
We're not gonna let you down. Wow, I said, wow. When things didn't go our way in the past, Leo will look sad and look down. But this time was a different Leo, He was the first one to believe.
One of the main strengths of that team is how they came through those moments.
After that, Scaloni gave a press conference saying, look, it's only a game. My brother's been calling, weeping, everyone's weeping, and really, we all need to kind of turn it down a notch.
La historia dice que mañana gane o pierda, la vida sigue y no te cambia la vida por perder o ganar. Siempre es mejor pensar en positivo y pensar que es un partido de fútbol. Te va a dejar jugar más tranquilo, que creo que es lo que necesitaban estos chicos.
Bueno, siempre Leo y el cuerpo técnico tuvieron las palabras justas primero para con la prensa, con la gente y después para con nosotros. Como vos decís, para nosotros o para cualquier equipo los líderes son muy importantes y qué mejor que tener un líder como Leo, ¿no?
Lo único que hizo fue necesitar ganar los siguientes 2 partidos.
The population was on tenterhooks for any tidbit of mood and emotional well-being of the squad, because after Saudi Arabia there was such a depleted sense of, oh, we were all so hyped up and now this is going to be over by Saturday.
I think in an odd way, the defeat to Saudi Arabia actually did them good. And I think maybe if you do go unbeaten for that long, complacency is maybe the wrong word, but you lose a bit of the hardness that you need. And obviously if you've gone 36 games unbeaten, you don't want to change too much. But what it allowed Scaloni to do, after that game he had to change stuff, and he could bring in McAllister and Alvarez and Fernandez, 3 players in their early 20s, who hadn't been there at the beginning of the run. And the 3 of them were all absolutely critical in terms of getting them on the right tracks.
Scaloni was very proactive to change 2 or 3 players to go into this must-win game. 1 mistake and you go home.
Every minute could have been the last minute. This reflected in an incredible sense that it was all or nothing.
We lose, we out.
Bad in the first half against Mexico. You could see all the doubts that had been there in that last half hour against the Saudis, all the same problems, everybody very anxious.
I was sat next to Simeone, and I will never forget at half-time, we look at each other thinking, oh, that's going to be tough. You could really see that the tension was there.
You could hold it and break it. It was there, it was obvious, it was touchable. It was such a poor performance that you thought, it's too young a team, maybe they just don't know how to deal with this pressure.
Creo que fue un momento